or I can do it real fast. Go ahead.
No one else.
Can you do it tonight, Denali?
That's right. I forgot we had talked about that. Yes, I'll because we have a hard cut off tonight. Thank you for that reminder. Okay, so you guys joined the Feathergale Knights and went to the Feathergale Spire. Uh, en route, you found Jen no longer in Raven form. Uh, most of you dismounting and heading inside, a couple of you staying mounted on your hippogriffs, entered and went down to the stables. You saw that there were in total 12 stables. Three of them had giant vultures, and then there were four more hippogriffs in there. You guys learned the names of all of them. Um, Thurl took you guys upstairs to kind of have a little kiki with you guys. You guys shared the information of the ongoings with the Black Earth cult. He informed you um, that there would be somebody at the feast this evening that would have some information, but he wanted to vet it before sharing it with you. He didn't want to give you guys false information or anything that could potentially put you guys in danger. Um, um, you guys had asked for a tour, and that split the party. I believe initially four of you guys went with Thurl to head down to the second floor. That was Awen, Jagos, Contagious, and Jen. Jen split off with them and went back upstairs to scout out the other rooms on the third floor. Found a note and some gold. Um, and then Rick and Gaudry stayed in Thurl's room and did some investigating and some plotting. Um, Ultimately, not helping themselves to anything that did not belong to them, and devising a plan to get some more intel and information from the outside of the spire. We are going to. Thurl told you that there would be a feast tonight. Rick had asked earlier how one would be able to become a Feathergale Knight. And I believe it was Gaudry who had asked if there was a way to kind of like prove your worth or merit, either in combat or some other form, physical form. And Thurl told you guys that there is something that he has in mind that he would share with you at the feast that evening. I think that's all of the big important stuff from the session. Is there anything you guys want to add or touch on?
Um, I don't know if it's actually important, but Gaudry also realized that the feather that we picked up along with like the note of all of our movements didn't look to match any of the ones that are currently here, but
Correct. Correct.
that might be
Uh,
completely irrelevant.
it could be. Um, you guys had also been told that clothing would be provided for you. So they're going to be, because there are women folk here, if we recall correctly, um, so that garbs would be provided for you for the evening wear. And picking up, we'll start off on the. I believe you guys have moved down to the first floor actually, with Contagious, Awen, and Jacos going downstairs, continuing the tour with Thurl. Um,
um,
Go ahead.
has it been an hour since we woke up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been probably closer to two.
Cool.
Um, Hello, Gaudry. We just did recap. We are picking up on the ground level of the spire with Jacos, Contagious, Awen, and Thurl. Um, Refresher that on the second floor is the Great Hall where the feast will be taking place. The Great Hall itself took up half of that lower floor, and then the other half of it he had told you were rooms for guests and knights, people that stayed here or were staying here. Um, taking you down the stairs. Is there anything that you guys would be asking about as you guys are moving down to the ground level?
A1 is mostly just listening and trailing. At this point, her shard is attuned, and she's just trying to see if anything catches that, or maybe her vial.
Okay. Go ahead
Kinda
and
just
give me a religion check, please.
what?
Yes, welcome back, Godry.
Sorry, sorry.
No, you were quite all right.
Me when I, as a cleric, have to make a religion check.
18, not bad. Okay. There is a steady purple glow. Very faint, but noticeable. It does not increase or intensify or lessen in the vibrancy of it or the intensity of it. It doesn't intensify in the intensity. Sorry, I told you I got no nap today. um, but it is a steady purple hue.
Aye, aye, Captain.
As you guys
Mhm.
come down the stairs, Thurl is kind of talking about the different rooms and everything. You guys hear a lot of movement coming from over here, and some walking, some movement coming from over in this area. As you guys
I can't
descend
see.
the stairs.
No, it's
So,
closed.
looking at, let me reshare it. Looking at the ground level map in the Discord, the northernmost room and then the eastern section with all of the bushes and stuff is where you hear the movements and sounds coming from. Um, Leading you.
Our view is
Hit the doors.
not the doors.
Yes, they're closed right now. So he would bring you guys around and stop in front of the door, the northernmost door, and would tell you that this is the kitchen. And opening the door, you would see that there are 4 people in here that are busy, very, very busy. We can move you guys in there if it will let me move him. You see that there are sacks that are heaped along the walls, piles of vegetables on the island. There are some cauldrons and an iron stove, essentially, and a rack of knives along the southern wall in this room. The 4 people in here look up and give a solemn, thin line press nod to you and turn back to chopping the vegetables and stirring the pots. You guys can smell fresh baked breads and pastries. You smell roasting meat. And Thurl kind of walks over and pats them on the back and, checks on what it is that they're doing and turns to you, beaming, grinning ear to ear. They are preparing for the feast tonight. Are there any dietary restrictions we should know of, or are we okay to eat?
I don't believe there are any.
Perfect. As he claps his hands together before reaching over and picking up a carrot off the counter and begins to chew on it. You would see that there are 2 windows in here as well, and you guys can see out into part of the valley from the northern window. If you were to walk up and look out the windows and look down, it is a very long drop down.
No dangling halflings.
Not yet.
I'm just joking.
Yeah. He would take you out to the eastern side and tell you that this is the solarium. This
Solarium.
is not quite a greenhouse. It's almost like a sunroom. And there are flowers and shrubs of different varieties. A lot of really intricately designed planters. Um, you'd see that there are hanging baskets that kind of droop down from the really tall ceilings in here that have like spidery red and purple plants. And then here there are, I believe it was another four. Let me double check. Yes, four more people that are watering the plants and kind of tending to the soil and pruning and everything like that. Um, he would tell you that the room outside to the left is the initiate dormitory. This is where those who are testing their skills to try and join our ranks sleep while they undergo the rigorous tests before being accepted or turned away. And Contagious is not here, so I need to make note of that.
What? Can I have been keeping an eye out? Like maybe Contagious is tossing the rock up every once in a while. Does it hang in the air?
So you would
A bit
know.
longer?
You would know that if he holds it in his palm in his hand, if he opens it, it will always float above his hand. So if he is, I believe it's in his pocket. I believe he's put it in his pocket, so it's not out and on display or in sight. Um, but there is something else
Please.
going on that I don't think you guys are not attuned to it, so you guys would not be aware of.
Interesting.
What?
And I take it that my rock is not reacting at all.
Let me double check yours. I don't believe here it is. Doop doop doo.
No, please stop chewing on your toes.
Bite them toes, Tuna. Put them on OnlyFans.
It's so loud.
No, nothing
is
is
very loud
happening
somehow.
with yours.
Okay.
Is there, or do you guys have any questions or anything?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Who, if we're allowed to know,
Mhm.
who's all invited to this? You said some pretty high-end people that may be able to give us some things. Could we get a couple names?
Well, the one guest that we will have joining us tonight, the one we spoke of earlier, is a noble from Waterdeep, Lady Sarva. The rest are just people that we like to rub elbows with, and then, of course, our esteemed knights and some of our initiates.
Does that name strike anything
Go ahead and
with
give me a
Jay
history
during
check.
his travels?
Go ahead and give me a history check. It does not.
No, it does
Here's
not.
bingo. Nope, I got nothing.
That nat one. Hate to see it.
Love to see it. You kidding me?
And all of the people here that you guys are seeing in the kitchen and in the solarium, kind of like side eye you, and you can feel them even when they've turned away from you. You can kind of feel them looking out of the peripheral and just kind of studying each of you as you guys take everything in.
Can I insight that?
Absolutely.
Are they just being curious? Are they like, shit, they're here? Let's see.
They seem to be more curious. You know that a lot of the people that are here are going to be of higher rank, so to speak, of nobility or military background. Um, so, kind of like sizing you up. Assumedly, you guys kind of look a little worse for wear, having not rested. Hi, Contagious. You okay, hun?
Hello.
I'm good. What's up, guys?
Not much. I'm going to be shooting you a message in just a minute, hun.
Nope.
We did the recap and we are on the ground level with you, Awen,
What?
and Jacos. So it just kind of seems like, you guys haven't rested. You look a little worse for wear. So they're
Yeah.
just sizing you guys up. Let me send, I'll post that name in the notes and collab for you guys, Lady Sarva. Let me send this message to him really quick. I'll share the maps again when you are on Fantasy Grounds, and have Contagious
Oh
selected.
god, that's a big opening.
Okay, so you're on, so I'm going to share the map. Let me know if and when you can see the map.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Thurl has taken you guys downstairs. He has told you that this is the kitchen. There are 4 people in there that are cooking and preparing for the feast tonight. And then over here is the solarium, which is where you guys are at now. And then there are 4 more people in there who are tending to the plants. They're pruning, they're watering, they're, shifting the soil, gardening, all of that good stuff. Um, you guys received the name Lady Sarva, who he has told you is the woman that he had mentioned earlier. So last session, you guys were basically told, there's somebody here who has information, but I want to vet it and make sure. Go ahead and give me a history check on that one, please. But the Lady Sarva is the woman that he spoke of earlier. Very, very solid. No, none of the faces that you have seen so far seem familiar.
Got it.
So you guys are currently over in the solarium. He told you guys that the room here is the initiate dormitory, so people who are trying to get into the Feathergale Knights while they're going through their training and trials and everything will stay there. And then he would tell you that just beyond that over here is the weapons locker.
Where was it?
Right over here. So when you
Queens.
come in from the outside, it's the door on the right side. And that is where they keep their gear, their weapons, their armor. It's usually locked, but that's where they keep their extra gear. You guys over there colluding?
They definitely are.
I love it.
Never a thing.
The lies. The lies. Do you have any questions or anything while you are down here, Contagious?
So you said there are 4 people in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me go ahead and put them on the
And-
tracker and map.
You've said an additional 4 in the solarium as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
And they kind of eyeballing us. I tried to roll insight and got a nat 1.
They're
No.
a bunch of freaks walking around their base for no apparent reason.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you peasants.
Excuse
Yeah,
yourself.
Peasants and Jacos.
Thank you.
My liege.
Oh, hey, it only took 2 weeks, but Beak found her glasses.
Yay!
Nope, these are my spare pair. I still haven't found them.
That's even better.
Okay, we look the same.
I'll make them visible so you can see. Ignore the sketchy icons that they gave these guys. Nothing weird here. They're just doing their jobs. Anything that you guys would ask Thurl about or want to discuss before we head upstairs to check on the others?
Nope.
I think at the very, very end, Awen would ask about, like, a place to, like, you know, obviously freshen up and get ready, like, she wants a shower, basically, but
Yeah, if this is the end of the tour, then we can.
that's only after the end of the tour. For the duration of it, she's mostly just kind of, like, trailing behind and, taking everything in.
Okay. He would let you know that on the second floor, where the rooms and the feast, the Great Hall, are, excuse me, that one of the rooms there, potentially two, would be empty, and that you guys would be able to freshen up and clean up there, which I'll reshare that map as well. So we're gonna put a pin in you guys down there, and we're gonna head back up to the third floor. Jen, as you had broken off on your own and scouted out the 3 remaining rooms on the third floor, you had opted to not go back into Thurl's room. What was your plan? What would you like to do?
I guess Jin would just like poke his head down the stairs to see if there's anyone else on the this is the second floor that is down below me, right?
Correct.
Guess he would poke his head just to make sure if there's anyone down there.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay, with a 17. Okay. You would hear the opening and closing of a door as 2 of the Feathergale Knights come out of this room right here, talking and kind of laughing amongst themselves. You can't really make out everything that is being said, but they seem to be discussing the feast and their excitement of what's to come.
Does it look like they are going somewhere else, or does it look like they're just hanging out on the second floor?
It appears that they are going to be hanging out on the second floor for a short while. They begin to make their way, oh, I'm trying to move the tokens, not the map, over to the table, and kind of inspecting the heads on the walls, dusting things off, and just talking about needing to get things set up and ready for the feast.
I can't see it. It's a black screen for me, but I do see the tokens.
Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I may need to... Oh, see, I don't want to do that and share my whole DM screen with you guys.
Put my token there with that,
yeah,
show me.
yeah, I'll do that. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, come on, Fantasy Grounds.
I'm so close to seeing what the map holds. Ah, it loaded.
Yay! Can you see it now, Jen?
I can. I guess
Okay,
it would be-
perfect.
oh,
And
there's
you can
the-
yeah, and you can
it's
move
not
yourself
open.
around. And you know
One
what?
second.
Actually, you wouldn't have seen them because the door is closed. But you would have heard the door opening and closing and heard the voices.
I guess I'll
The
creep the
voices.
door open and just check around to see if there's anyone in line of sight of him.
Okay. Outside of the two guards that are there, there doesn't appear to be anybody else on that floor.
Okay. I guess you would just quickly scurry over to this door. I don't know how to
Scurry.
Go ahead and
Scurry.
give me a stealth check, please.
Yep. Nope, not that. There we go.
Okay. Surprisingly quiet as you sneak down. I will need a sleight of hand to open the heavy door silently.
Sounds good.
See, Contagious, when you're good at something, this is how the rolls are supposed to go. I am so sorry
Whoa!
that.
That was so much shade!
Wow.
Right
Bingo
out of the
cards, anyone?
gate.
Was that a bingo spot?
It should be.
So.
Denali throwing shade?
I would never. I'm just teasing. It's all a good fun. I love you. I'm
On the
sorry.
next generation of cards.
Okay.
I am now in this moment. No, I mean you can't get any higher than that. Never mind. I was gonna say if Jin rolls a 30, you can knock off the bingo.
Entering the room, you see that the layout is similar to the rooms upstairs, just on a smaller scale. There is a fireplace. There are two beds. Each one has a chest either at the foot or at the head of the bed. And then a writing desk. Again, there are small tapestries on the wall depicting aerial combats, glorious, majestic hippogriffs mounted by knights in shining armor. I'm sorry, Contagious, I love you. The beds appear to be pristine, unslept in. I love those glasses, they're so fucking cool. And there's nobody in the room.
Okay. I guess he would just quickly look around, see if there's any sort of important documents, items, anything like that. He'll quickly look through the chests, but if they just appear to be like clothes and stuff, he would just ignore it for the most part and probably mostly check the writing desk in the corner here.
Okay. The desks have a blank parchment piece of papers in the drawer, and a sealed ink jar and quill. There don't appear to be any documents here.
Really
like there had
quickly,
been.
is
Yes.
it my internet that keeps going out, or does someone else keep? So probably me when I hear the doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, I don't hear that.
Yeah, no.
Okay, good to know.
That's a you problem, girl.
Yeah, continue.
I'm sorry. In the chests, there are some clothes, and one of them has a bag with 25 gold pieces in it. But nothing document-wise to match what it is that you're looking for specifically.
Okay. He will leave the gold, leave everything else as it looked before, and just double check that there's no one. Like he'll listen for the other side of the store to see if there's anyone on the other side.
Okay. You do still hear the movement. Go ahead and give me another perception check, please, actually. Okay. You do hear some movements from the room next to you. Just some shuffling around, like a chair being pushed back, kind of grating against the floor, and some footsteps and some rummaging. And then you do still hear the voices of the two gentlemen that were in the main hall, in the grand hall. I'm sorry, great hall.
Okay. Okay. He'll leave this. He'll open the door quietly, like he did before, and
Okay.
just go outside. There's shuffling there. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
He'll like peek around the corner where he's hearing the noises, and do they look like they're looking away from him?
Yes, their backs are to you right now.
Okay. He'll like quickly try and slide right into this door here.
Okay, go ahead and give me another sleight of hand. Very, very nice. You are able to do so, no problem. And sneak into the room, closing the door quietly behind you. You see another similar layout. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, please. Well, actually, no, you don't need to in this room. This room appears to be untouched. You'll see that there are, on either desk, there's the jar of unopened ink and a quill. The parchments are tucked away into the drawers of the desk. The chests in this room are empty.
Okay. Looks like an empty room kind of thing.
Correct.
He'll quickly slide out again quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna ignore the room that has someone in it. Peek his head around this corner, and by the way, just let me know when you want to go to someone else. Sorry, I don't need to.
No, you're quite all
Keep it
right.
fine.
You're quite all right. How
Do
dare
your
you
rogue
play the
shit,
game?
boy.
How
Do
dare you
your
play
rogue
this
shit.
game?
Does this guy look like he's looking at me, or am I good to keep
No,
going?
their backs are to you. They're kind of, dusting off the tapestries and stoking at the fireplace. We going into that room?
Yeah.
One more sleight of hand.
Okay.
As you go to open the door, there's a bit of dragging of the stone door on the stone floor, and the knight here would turn and, is there something I can help you with?
I was just looking for the facilities. Sorry, I seem to be lost.
Go ahead and roll deception for me. He kind of narrows his eyes
God.
at you.
Am I crazy or
Oh.
really have a-
Oh my gosh. Bingo. No. Oh gosh, that's bad.
He narrows his eyes at you and walks towards you. Pretty sure that if you were with the others, with Thurl, you were told not to go putting your nose around. Might be best you catch up with them down below.
Right. Yes, of course. I'll do just that. I'm sorry if I got in your way. Please continue what you were. He'll just like quickly kind of back away and go in the stairway again.
Okay. And then let me see what languages you speak really quick. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I think that is. Oh, come on, Fantasy Grounds. He begins to speak to the other guy in the room who is now approaching. Not in a hostile manner or aggressively, but he speaks to him in Orin, which you speak through Primordial, correct?
Mm-hmm.
As he... Oi, Josh. Keep an eye on this one. He's snooping around and lying about what he's doing. Let the others know. And Josh will respond in Orin. Okay.
Bet.
And he will actually, we're going to see how well he plays this off. Let's see. Okay. It's not great. Actually, go ahead and roll insight for me. Make it a little more interesting. Oh, yeah, you can tell that even though he's, like, pretending to, like, go downstairs to check on stuff in the kitchen, he is absolutely escorting you down without escorting you down.
I think Jin would just like turn around if like it looks like he's pretty much following him, and he would just be like, you know, you don't have to keep an eye on me. I was just looking around. I promise you, I am not trying to cause any trouble. Don't you have a feast to prepare for?
We do, but when you go poking around and lie about it, that does raise some concern.
Well, I mean, your friend said I was lying, but how do you know I was really lying? Were you there?
All right, go ahead and mark that off on your bingo spot.
All of you.
Well, which one?
Andy,
Yeah,
Discord
yeah.
fail. His eyes go kind of wide as he is shocked. Oh, you understood, as he kind of blushes slightly. Well, I trust my friends, and I've not met you before. And Robert's never given me reason to believe that he would lie about something like this. Robert!
Trust me, and yes, I did understand, but I take no offense. I can assure you, though, I mean no harm, and although your friend may be with good intentions, I am not one that you should be worried about. Trust me.
Problem is that I don't, so I'm sure you would understand me just following orders.
Then you can stop stepping on my heels.
Apologies. And he will give a little room and doesn't continue to follow you completely, but he is watching.
Okay. He'll rejoin with the others at that point.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the downstairs map, and then we will head upstairs. Let me drop you on here. Alright. Back upstairs with Godry and Rick. Rick, as Godry is holding you out of the window, and you feel the cool breeze caress your skin. How would you like to start off the events for this session?
Oh, Godry, there's sun? It's daylight? My bad. Pull me back in.
Point of inspiration, you goofy fuck.
Are you sure? Would you not like to sunbathe a little longer?
No, I don't want to roast like a turkey.
Understood. And then he'll pull you back in and he'll look over the side of you. Was everything all right when you poked your, body out of the window?
I don't know, man. I kind of got afraid of heights at that moment.
I thought you said your kind could fly. And then he'll tilt his head.
I can swiftly fall, but I was just lying to you. I'm sorry, Godry.
You see he'll look down. Oh, I see. It seems I will have to catch better at people lying to me. Or was that a form of, I've heard the term before, sarcasm?
Yes, that was sarcasm.
Sarcasm. I see. I will try to use this in the future. But do you have any other ideas that we could use here?
No. No, I don't. I think we found what we needed to in this room.
That is understandable. Although I do have one question for halflings. Oh,
Sorry, what did you say?
mm,
My
Uh,
son fell asleep in our bed, so she's trying to figure out what she's gonna do. Sorry, what?
I do have a question for halflings. How exactly small can you get? Are you able to bend and compact yourself? Or do you need assistance?
Are you pocket sized?
We can get pretty like we can shrink. I can get into fetal position. Is that what you're talking about?
Hmm, not exactly. I wanted to see if you could get just small enough we could probably put you in one of their drawers. It seems that may be beyond your capabilities, though. In any case, I think it may be best we head out for the others. Or follow that red individual. Do you know that person?
Can you collapse your rib cage like a mouse? Is that the question?
Wait, mouse
I-
to what?
There might be a spell that I can get that does that, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, his name is Jin, by the way.
Jin. I see. And were they a part of your group as well?
Yes, for a little bit.
Hmm. I see. Are they under the family category as well, or more acquaintance?
Um, Rick would probably say acquaintances for right now. But Jin's growing on him every day, so he's growing on me.
Growing on you. I will put him in a third category. I will keep a side eye, as you call it, but will in faith. Ooh, a new word has been added to my vocabulary. I will in faith trust this Jin and put him under the temporary family category. Shall we go try and find Jin or link up with the others?
I don't know. Were we told to stay in here?
No. We just got, as you would call, nosy.
Okay, let's go. And he holds his
And-
hand like a little toddler.
And yeah, just as repeated behavior, he'll grab you by the scruff of your clothes and put you on his shoulder, and then he'll like fully crouch down, entering the doorway so you don't hit your head on the way out.
Wrong.
Puts you up there, goes through the door, you immediately
Knocks
fall.
you off immediately. Okay. So going back to the first floor, and I'm just gonna put you guys on there for now as you guys are making your way downtown.
Oh, by the way, I collected all my rope, put it back in the bag.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love that you are on top of that. Ooh, ooh.
Oh, I'm not. There's no way I'm gonna let you. Oh, you didn't pick up the rope.
Oh, see that? I mean, first and foremost, I feel personally attacked right now. That is not what I sound like. Also, you're not wrong. Just out of line. Um,
How dare you check me this way?
um, so, Contagious, you have that information that I sent you. Did you have any questions or anything on that?
No,
Okay,
no, I'm good for now.
perfect. Jen, coming downstairs, you see Jacos outside of the open doorway here. Kitchen door is going to be closed again. Excuse me. And unless there's anything that you guys wanted to discuss before the others come down, we'll kind of streamline and say that you guys are all reunited, and it feels so good.
When are we gonna put Denali makes a corny pun on the bingo card?
Never.
I'm surprised we've gotten this far without a sexual innuendo.
Count your chickens yet? Or is it hens? I forgot the saying.
I don't know, but which one comes first?
But
There it is. Okay, so as you guys are all coming back together, Thurl is very excited. There's a sense of pride as he tells you about the Feathergale Spire and gives you this tour, and tells the three of you, Jen, Godry, and Rick, oh, I'm glad you were able to join us. Yes. Sir, any...
Oh no, you're so fat.
Looking to you, Godry and Rick, I think you will be pleased with the feast tonight, and the information that I can share with you. After you had asked about proving your worth and weighing your stones, so to speak, we have something
Wait,
special.
does Godry eat?
I was gonna say, Gaji would rotate his head to Rick and whisper, "Is it rude if you do not eat at a feast?"
Just throw some food in your mouth and let it sink in or something.
There's almost a new wavelength of like a pitch where he goes, "I do not have a mouth. I only have a compartment." Ooh, this is strange. A different pitch has been added to my wavelength. I think I will label this worry. Ah. And then he'll turn his face around.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's amazing.
Mic alone.
If you guys would like, I can take you to one of the rooms upstairs where you can clean up a bit and have a little downtime before the feast. I'll have clothes and everything brought to you. Baby's first worry. Oh my god, that's so cute. New quotes. And make sure that your apparel for the evening is brought to you not too long from now.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
He basically said that if you guys wanted, he could take you to a room upstairs where you can clean up and have a, kind of take it easy a little bit for a couple hours before the feast. And that he would make sure that the apparel and garb for the evening was brought to you relatively soon.
That works for Awen.
That's good.
Okay, I'm going to move all of you guys here. Boop! So taking you guys back up to the second level of the spire. Jen, you know this room. And Robert and Josh kind of side-eye you, kind of throwing some shade with their expressions as you guys make your way upstairs. And you guys are led to the room that was unoccupied, the northernmost of the rooms on the second floor that you had checked out. Thurl would tell you that make yourselves comfortable. We'll see if we can clear out another of the rooms for you for the evening, assuming that you will be gracing us with your presence at least until the morning.
That would be very gracious of you.
He will make his exit and give exclamations of how excited he is for tonight and that he is happy to be able to share this event with you. And yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. Leaving the 6 of you in the room. Bless you. What are you guys doing with your downtime?
Rick will pull out this note that he kind of scribbled down really quick, and he'll tell the group. We found Gaudry and I found a note in this leather suitcase-like contraption, and it said, Moroska, we are pleased to hear about the outcome of your altercation with the Black Earth cult, and we praise you for the capture of one of their prisoners. This noble woman from Waterdeep has an interesting tale to tell, and we shall enjoy interrogating her father.
I was like, wait, did I forget that?
Further. Keep a close watch on the Sacred Stone Monastery. I want to know what our enemy is planning next. Your beloved queen, Arisi Kalinov. Does that name ring a bell to you? Or either of those names? I haven't heard of them.
Well, a woman from Waterdeep is coming to dinner tonight.
He's the one that they're hoping to interrogate? Did I understand that correctly?
Can I do a history check from my time in Waterdeep
Yes,
to see if any of these names are like common names I would know?
Yes, you can.
Oh.
Do you want to answer
Will do.
that?
Yeah. This will go much worse.
You got this. I believe in you.
Don't say that. Oh, there's supposed to be even worse.
With a 13.
Don't 3 people have guidance?
Guidance.
Yeah, but I was kind of just remembering. I didn't say I was going to remember it, so...
The name
I'm going to
Arisi
remember something.
sounds familiar.
Which one?
Arisi?
Arisi.
But you can't quite place where you've heard it. When, where, or from who. It just feels familiar.
I'm gonna roll history. I would be shocked if I even recognize anything.
Nat 20. No, you don't know anything.
Nat
No,
20.
pretty much. That's what would happen. Well, shit.
Well, no,
Killing
you
it.
definitely
You don't know
anything.
Yeah. Yeah, you know nothing. You are Jon Snow. Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
They were drunk. No.
Drag me down. Well, I was hoping Contagious would have gotten a better role, but here we are. Okay. Is anybody going to take a short rest?
How much time do we have?
A few hours.
I think you guys would see Awen, there's a window here.
Correct.
Is there a window in this room?
Yes.
You'd probably
jumps
see
out.
her set up her little candle, something that you've seen her do many a times. And kind of, it looks like she meditates a little bit. And she'll probably spend an hour doing that before she rests.
Okay. Are you planning on doing the thing we had discussed a couple weeks ago?
I don't remember what we discussed, but I'm just gonna message you.
Okay. Is anybody watching as Awen does this and sets up it all? Or are you guys kind of just, this is what she does? That's just Awen.
Every
Rick would
time.
probably lay his head on top of Godry's.
Okay, that's gotta be a bonding
Got
moment.
Hug
it.
his neck a little bit.
And Godry would be facing the wall with his stomach compartment open as he's going, this will have to shift, this will have to make, yep, this will make room. I can fit about maybe 5 plates, and then he's sort of trying to prep
Is
his
Godry that character that keeps pulling out weapons from impossible places?
Nope, just
You
pants.
just gave me an idea of like making his compartment and like basically turning it into a bag of holding. Like Godry just
Oh, that'd be
becomes
so
Mary Poppins'
cool.
bag.
I have some
It's
enhancements.
supposed to be my chair.
The fucking
That's supposed to be my
Bagman
chair.
pops out of his chest like an
Slam-
alien.
Slam the compartment shut, the bagman's arms just get cut off.
Yes.
Don't take away my chair.
My chariot.
You'll have an infinite realm in there. Just hold your breath.
Yeah, for 10 minutes.
I've been thinking this for 2 weeks, but I guarantee that motherfucker has men's pants in there somewhere. He still gave me these.
I just miss real pockets. It's okay. They'll
In
bring
this
you
time-
clothes with real pockets for tonight. Yes, Jacobs.
In this time, will the like fucking magicians come by and just like, "Hey, this is this note, this is this note. Shut up! You're not wearing that. This is this."
They would come in and basically, I mean, respectfully allow you guys to dress privately, but then come in to make sure that things are being worn appropriately. If you guys were to put up a fuss and be like, no, I like it that way, like when you try and get your kids dressed and they've got like their buttons missing 3 holes and it's up too high and they try to fix it and they're like, I want to wear it this way, then they would not.
Pants are inside out.
Yeah, or sagging too low, up too
Awen?
high.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Awen is, if not given the opportunity, would ask for somewhere that she can change by herself, being that she is the only girl.
Yes, and they would escort you to the room next door and stand outside while you changed.
That's it. And then, did you see my message?
No, it didn't come through.
It didn't.
Did you send it to me?
Did I send it to you?
Probably.
You sent it to me.
Spicy Jen.
It's a good thing you know everything.
It is.
Oh my god.
Is he tripping? Have we
Oh my
gotten there
God.
yet?
If
Hold
if,
on.
dude,
Hold
if
on.
this goes how I think
I
it's
can
gonna
fix
go,
this.
be very well.
There you go.
Thanks.
Let's fucking go. Okay. Hold on. I have notes for this in my shit. Hold on.
Oh,
I have.
you mean you prepared for this?
Oh yeah, you told me like 2 or 3 weeks ago that you were gonna be doing this, so I fucking yeah. Let
See, this is where
me-
the beak
starts tripping is gonna come out. Scared. I'm so excited.
Give me just a moment to find it.
I'm gonna piss my pants.
Contagious beat you to it.
Still haven't recovered. Have you just been dragging those along, by the way? Or did you just leave them behind?
Where did I not save it? Oh no.
Probably just dropped them somewhere.
I'm pronouncing that Jonathan. Is that pronounced Jonathan?
Jonathan. It's like Jonathan, but with Sean.
Where?
Oh.
Mask, did you want to read Jin's thing? I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Read Jin thing.
The note you were just talking about in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Go piss, girl.
Yeah, he would just pull out the little note that he wrote out on that other parchment because he didn't take the original, and he would just say, it looks like there might be some sort of meeting. I don't know these names off the top of my head, but they seem important. Jonathan, an Erisi, Kalinoth, and a Meroska. And he like just kind of shows the letter to everyone else.
And Moroska is the last name of
Thorough.
Thurl, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Thurl. Okay.
Correct.
And then this Arisi person has popped up twice.
Yeah, well, so Thurl was the one who got the original letter mentioning, or from her, because that letter was from her, and now he is writing to this person saying we need to talk about that letter.
Where did you find this?
It was lying around, and I thought, well, just might as well take it. One of the rooms upstairs, 3rd floor.
So at the dinner itself, we need to look for Jonathan.
It might seem interesting if someone does seem to step away for unknown reasons, I might be able to track them.
Okay, we'll go with that. Use 2 inspiration on this now, but fuck it.
And then, if I'm understanding the letter that Rick pulled from the room, hold on, I gotta go find it.
You said.
So,
Rick! What?
the letter you found in Thurl's room, these people, the Feather guys, they captured a black cultist prisoner, and then it immediately mentions a noblewoman from Waterdeep, and we got the information that a noblewoman. Hold on, I gotta look at the names. A noblewoman, Lady Sarva, is coming to dinner tonight, but there's been no indication that she is the prisoner? but they want to interrogate her? Is that understanding correct? Where's the fucking red string?
Real quick. Contagious. As this name is mentioned again, being read from a copy of another letter, you feel a pit begin to build in your stomach as I mark off the con save for flashback on my
I now
bingo
have 4
card.
different bingos, 1 away. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I need some lore. I need some bonding. I need CJ to give me a faith, or I need a nat 20, guys. Let's go.
Just
I
drag
thought y'all
Contagious
would've
down.
marked
Just
that
drag
off
him
already.
down. Tell him, drag him down.
If he had failed his con save, I would have. But
Freaking
as
inspo
that
and fail it.
as that pit begins to build in your stomach, you feel, even though it's not around you, for just a moment you feel the heat of a large fire almost engulfing you. So hot that you can almost feel it licking at and burning your flesh. You are taken back to that night many, many years ago, mixed into the screams and pleas for help. Off in the distance, a single word, nay, a name, shouted out. Erisi. As quickly as it happens, the pit drops, the heat dissipates, and you are back in the present moment with your friends in the room at the Feathergale Spire.
Fuck you, Rick. You don't know anything's happening.
I don't think that's how it works, bud.
It does.
Same logic. You couldn't guide me through that because you didn't know shit was happening. You can't silvery parts me either.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Does that count as character lore?
Not yet.
Don't worry, it's coming.
And a
Anyway.
sick ass bonding moment if we get there.
And that is the... Oh, God. The Erisi name.
Erisi, yes.
Why would...
Notice how it's like AER, like arrow, like air. Whoa.
Whoa. Awen, let me change this up. I know you guys aren't listening to the music, but it throws off my groove if I don't have the right stuff going.
There's music?
Yeah,
I'm
here,
being
I'll
deaf
stream.
this whole time.
Here, let me stream. I'll share it. Usually people don't use it at a lot of the tables, so I just stream it for myself because I'm like real like autistic
Slows
about
down
it.
my Discord so much. I wish I could.
I'm so sorry. I want to look into the watch together thing that JJ uses. I just keep forgetting to set it up.
Yeah. It's just literally like
starting a
account
page
creation,
for
and then
this.
you just look for videos and you can save them in there. It's real easy.
So just like, and I can do that from YouTube?
Yep.
Oh, that's so good to know. I definitely need to set that up
You-
because it's a
you just
website that
copy
you
the-
guys can use instead of having to watch it on Fantasy or on a Discord.
Yeah.
Awen, please give me a religion check.
Fuck Discord.
You said a wisdom check?
Religion.
Is there a something on the bingo card for mom pops into view?
Hi, Mom.
So nice to me.
Oh, I thought that was another nat one. That would have been my third nat one.
Ooh, those feel bad.
I'm gonna inspo this. This feels important.
Okay.
Where the fuck is my audio coming from?
You see, here's the thing. I like my character's being traumatized, and I always get traumatized when the rolls are low, but part of me is like, But
the score will be up here. Fuck you.
what the shit?
14.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
Do I? I'm just gonna add guidance.
Okay.
Okay, 16. We'll see where that gets me.
As you set things up, and nobody is paying attention or watching as she's setting up or doing this, correct?
I'm always watching.
Okay. Go ahead.
Always watching.
And
It was out.
I think you were aware of this last time. I'm gonna send you something real quick.
I still can't believe I sent that to you, CJ.
Oh, it was funny.
And if you know that even though the message is vague, if you know, you know. But if you don't, then I'm gonna have you do a roll rather than just throwing it at you.
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay, so you already know that, and so we'll keep that in mind. Awen, as you set yourself up in front of the window and you light your candle and do your ritual or your routine with the herbs, closing your eyes and regulating your breathing. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. You feel the ground beneath you shift slightly. Tilts, jolts, and a slight quake. Not abrasive, but noticeable. The conversation of your friends begins to kind of warble a bit and then begins to fade into the distance until it is just a hum of dirt kind of moving, rocks rubbing against each other. The heavy, gravelly voice calls out, "Why call me softling? Do you finally seek to be unbreaking? Do you wish to root yourself in stillness and silence until time itself yields?"
Seek understanding. Why give me this?
You seek the heart of stone, child of breath and blood. I am the first weight, the ancient stillness, the hunger of stone. You walk above me, but all paths end beneath. Yours does not have to.
It's very symbols hurt me in more ways than I'll ever be able to measure. Why? How do I know? How can I trust?
My followers claw at the flesh and blood to test the worth of those I seek. Battered, broken, but resilient. Your scars represent the cracks in my being.
I don't seek power. I don't seek strength.
Then why call to me? Why answer my calls? I am one of many who seek you. But here you are.
I've already told you. I seek understanding.
Join me, and your understanding will be met. Knowledge and understanding as old as the earth itself.
That's what every single one has said.
Let the earth take you. I will make you unshakable. Your knowledge, eternal, and patience that outlives empires.
I will need more assurance than that. I don't want to live forever. I gathered you're not mortal, but I still believe trust is earned.
There's a stillness for a moment.
What are y'all doing?
The
You mean?
Don't pay
world,
attention to that. Keep talking.
the world
Get to the moment so we can play dress up.
trembles and shifts again, like grinding weights of mountains being born or broken. The voice speaks once more, but in a whisper, soft as falling dust. All above the surface deceives. Come to the deep. Come to know truth.
I don't think A1 responds.
The tremors of the ground beneath you intensifies for just a moment as the word truth kind of echoes around in your mind before the connection is severed.
There's like no after effects. I mean, I assume the candle is doing its unnormal candle things.
Go ahead and give me an investigation for your candle.
It's normal, unnormal things.
Investigation.
Can I do
Look-
perception?
Let me look at this candle right here. I'm gonna say, unless you have anything other, I think Awen's probably broke out into a sweat or like something.
Message incoming. Awen.
Yay. Oh. Pass!
What the hell's a Menards?
Menards.
Yeah, what is that? Menards! It sounds like Minards.
Lowe's all in one.
It's kind of amazing.
Interesting.
Means.
They
I forgot about-
money
I
at
for-
Menards.
That's what it is. I knew the rhythm. I couldn't think of the words.
And,
Sorry, I got excited.
is Andal aware of how, is Awen aware of, like, maybe how the flame behaved? Did it look like it should, like, did it burn like a normal candle?
Yes.
Whoa!
Jacos, you would have noticed that as well.
I think you would, if you, like you said, Jacos regularly, you know, pays attention. It is a type of, like, it's not a prayer that Awen does, it is probably more similar to, like, meditation. And it is something that she, like, fades into and then fades out of. But this doesn't seem to have much of a fade out. She just kind of snaps out of it. And looks a mixture of frustration and, like, frazzled. And before she blows out the candle, just shoves it in her bag and sits down where she was and looks to get lost in thought.
Break time and then get up.
Yeah, we're gonna get ready to take our break here. And then, depending on this player message, and everybody else is short resting, correct?
I won't be. Don't really need it.
Okay.
Would Awen be able to do that in both the short rest?
Yeah. Yeah, because a short rest, you need just an hour.
Short rest isn't going to do anything to stop exhaustion, right?
No.
Yeah, so no, I'm good.
Okay.
Everything's maxed out anyway.
Okay. Rick, Jen, Jacos.
Yeah,
No
He'll
short
fall
rest.
asleep.
Okay, so no for Jen.
How many hours do I have?
You would have enough.
How many what? What are we talking about? I zoned out.
How many hours do
Sorry.
I have to sleep? I have enough.
So would you?
Look at you, gonna get a full rest. That means you wouldn't see Awen's shit.
Well,
I'm. I
Lower
don't need it. I
exhaustion.
wouldn't do it.
no rest? Okay, no long rest. Okay.
Yep, I saved on exhaustion. I don't need it.
Okay, beautiful.
Oh, that was a
Uh,
As
struggle.
good as that would be.
All right, let's take our break here. We'll plan on 10. If we're back sooner than that, then we'll pick back up. Put this on
It made me choke on my apple fritter.
Ooh. Live. Contagious, did you see that picture that I drop shared with you?
Yes.
You notice that person as you make your way. The rest of you would kind of notice that, well, I mean, say for maybe Awen. Contagious excuses himself from the room while Awen is doing Awen things. As you head down, this person catches your eye. You notice that they are watching you. You had not seen them previously when you were down on the first level of the spire. But you notice them now, and you notice that they have taken notice to you.
Do they follow, or are they just paying attention while I'm in the area?
They would begin to follow, but as you make your way to the front, they stop, and their gaze lingers until you turn the corner or are out of sight.
Okay. I'll clock it, but I'm going to keep moving.
Okay. Is there anything that you are wanting to do while you're getting some fresh air?
Nope.
Okay. There's a soft breeze. You can hear the flapping of the banners atop the spire. The cawing and mawing, I don't know, I'm not making a vulture noise again, of the vultures and hippogriffs in the stables below as you pass by. You see that there are more bodies in motion now. And people just kind of watch as you pass by. Not really anybody else is paying much attention to you, save for that individual. The clothes are brought upstairs to you guys, and they make sure that everything fits appropriately and is comfortable and in place. And tell you that the feast will begin in about an hour. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before we head to the feast?
Gaudry will walk over to Jacos and crouch down a little. On our journey here, you spoke of hearing my kind or things similar to me through folktales. I've been curious since Rick showed me that music dance. Do you also possess any music to heart?
If you're asking me if I can play an instrument or sing, the answer is no.
I see. Nor any tunes of sorts?
No hokey pokeys?
No.
I see.
That is not where my talents lie.
Understood. I will do my best to try and attain more of this knowledge. It is quite pleasant to me. Thank you for your time. And then he'll bring him back up and he'll sort of just look around the room.
It feels like a meeting on his trenches. All right, do it. Share them.
All right. Go ahead and share your feast attire.
Wait.
Or do we want to do it at one at a time?
I think Jaco started a thread in the campfire Kiki. Let's see.
Do we want to just bombard it, or are we bombarding? Oh my
Just
God.
bombard. Let's see. Oh my god. I
said God, you would
fucking
slay.
I love it. Yes, King. Yes.
He would definitely to help with the rail placements. He would sort of shudder, and metal platings would come beneath his wires, and they would come rotate and connect to the front. So now the wiry sort of exterior is more in the back, and so he's more nicer looking in the front.
I like it. I like it.
So this is what Awen's wearing. I think she would have changed, like in her own, if not her own separate room, like the same place that she was shown, you know. And she steps out and she's timid, and you know, that doesn't surprise you much. The dress is very simple and elegant, and it's a soft beauty that seems to match Awen. But that thought is kind of interrupted when you notice, and her eyes are glued to the floor. Across her chest is just a splash of scars. Some older, some newer, some bigger, some smaller, but they are very hard to, you know, ignore. And you might also realize that you've never seen Awen with anything, a shirt that goes below her, like, collarbone, so this is kind of an idea of what the scars look like. On top of it, her vial, which she usually keeps tucked in her dress, it's on a longer chain, and it is she's wearing it like the only piece of jewelry she might have. But yeah, the two that stick out the most are one that emerges from, you know, her chest and looks like gashes of unevenly healed something or the other, and the other one starting just below her ear and following a curve down to her shoulder. Tejas and Rick might think looks awfully like maybe the maw of a bear or something like that. But yeah, she comes out of her room and her eyes are glued to the floor. She's not making eye contact. She's ready to go and hoping no one. We're just not going to talk about it. Who's next?
Somebody go.
I like the greens and purples.
That is very, very nice.
the floofy thing. What's the trees from the Lorax?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, we were just talking about that.
Truffle?
Truffula trees?
Something like that.
Truffula trees.
Something like that.
I think he's got one of those.
Beak, were you still making it that one color?
The blue?
No, I changed my mind.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. Yeah.
What are these called? I respect the cufflinks.
Yeah. Very, very solid choice.
I was gonna say, is Rick gonna have a grand entrance?
Nah, he's never, worn any sort of clothes like this before, so he's probably like, have you guys ever worn like clothes that like either, you just got from the store or something is like really itchy?
Oh, yeah.
Men might know this, like with the pants, and like they're just like, oh, what is this? Like when you rent the suit or something. Yeah, Rick's gonna be walking around like he just took like a big deuce or something. It's not gonna look pretty.
Preteen at the homecoming.
Yeah.
Wearing the stiff ass suit.
Exactly, and like it's like that itchy stuff, and it's like.
Yeah. You look good though, Rick.
Someone put
Yeah,
my tie on.
oh yeah, he looks good. He looks good, yeah.
If you're serious, Awen would go and tie Contagious' tie.
No, we're good, and I don't.
She would know how to do that.
So for Contagious, his main thing was still being able to wear his armor and his shield and sword, for reasons. So he just had them make fancier leather to put on top of it. With the
Set up, nice.
So the actual like padding leather part is black, but the under part that's also black in the picture is actually going to be more of like the off-white to match Awen's outfit.
Oh, I was gonna make leather daddy jokes, but now I just feel like that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
They can be made. They're not aimed at Awen. It's fine.
I like that.
I'm normal.
I think we might have lost Jin. I know he was struggling tonight, so.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm hanging on.
Hi.
What did you pick?
Do you have fancy clothes?
Something like that. But he would still be wearing his mask, no matter what the mask stays on.
Chef's kiss.
It
A
looks
hood
like
too?
yeah, he'd also have the hood on too. And he would look like he's sort of worn these clothes before, but he's not really like he doesn't like it like at all. Trying to like make it so it fits more properly, but he can't quite get it down. And yeah, he just seems more unhappy that he's not in his regular clothes right now.
That's amazing, though. Still mask?
Yes, mask always stays on.
Absolutely.
I love that because that is so close.
On. I'm sorry.
That is so close to what I envisioned for Jin. Because what I envisioned was the outfit from Phantom of the Opera during the masquerade.
Oh, yeah.
The whole like side cloak thing, and I'm like, that's so close to what I was thinking.
It's fucking amazing. You guys are killing it.
I took the time. I sent inspo pics to 2 people, but I've taken the time to make it him.
Let's see.
I was gonna say I drew something and then I didn't like it, so.
I love it.
This is the original pic.
You guys fucking killed it. And this is way better and way cooler than what they would have just given you originally if you guys were like, yeah, cool, whatever you give us.
Oh, that would never have happened.
Oh, the fit that I could see Jaco's having.
And like Jacobs knows how these events work. He would have saw them and went,
Oh, hell no.
no.
Not today, Satan. You guys fucking killed it.
Also, while Contagious is outside, he'd find kind of a quieter spot with less thorough traffic, and he'd be like shining and cleaning his sword and shield to make sure they look nice.
I love that. And a woman folk will I will bring this to you guys. Her name is Sarah, and she is in her like mid-30s, half elf woman, and very
How tall?
soft-spoken. She's probably like 6'3". She's tall.
What's she wearing?
She is wearing a simple, like, off-white dress. It's not like a gown or anything like that. Just a very simple, like, maiden dress with a caramel-colored bustier or corset. Her golden locks are in a low braid bun with little wisps of hair that kind of frame her face. Bright green eyes. Freckles kind of kissing across the bridge of her nose.
Oh, those green eyes.
God
Is
damn
that
it,
out
you're-
loud?
I forgot I wasn't muted.
She looks down and gives a soft smile, and will tell you all. I was told to tell you that you can maintain possession of these clothes, that they are yours to keep. As honored guests tonight. Thurl is very happy that you are here and is very excited to host you at the feast. And we'll take a moment to just kind of, put some loose ends in place and help straighten ties and secure cufflinks and make sure that the T's are dotted and the I's are crossed. I almost got that backwards. We look forward to seeing you downstairs in an hour. Or actually, it's this floor. We look forward to seeing you in an hour. And during this time, you guys would hear the...
While she is doing this,
Mm-hmm.
no. Jay probably noticed how uncomfortable anyone looks, so he would maybe guide her by the elbow to either
Bo.
or corner or
Bo's
the
on him.
room.
Bo is on Jesse. Sorry, I'm still
And-
listening. Puppy's attacking a child.
And he'll pull out a small vial from his bag. I believe it's a heart-shaped vial, if I remember.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. He'll bring out a little heart-shaped vial and pass it to her. And she's like, if you want, it can change something for an hour, and you can pick it. Or it can change something for 8 hours, and you can pick what it is. Apply it to the spot for a minute, and you'll be fine. And I'll walk away. And what he just gave you, if I can find the message.
It is in your inventory as well.
Okay. So, it's called the Vial of Beauty, and after spending 1 minute applying this pale lavender lotion to your skin, you can change one small detail of your appearance for the next 24
Bo,
hours.
come on. Oh, sorry, I thought I was muted. I'm so sorry. I love that you did that.
Oh, Awen looks confused and. Oh, I don't know what she would do. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Ask evens or odds?
Shit. Fuck. Odds.
Odds? Okay. Odds, she uses it. She doesn't. Okay. In her head, she's probably thinking this could be. She's so her face is red. She's so thankful. Like, that was very sweet of Jago, but she's thinking like, we're in trouble. This could be very valuable as well. I know. This is what Awen's thinking. This is me justifying the role. I think it will conveniently be left behind in their room.
If they make it back to that room.
When
He
they
walked
make
away.
it
He
back.
turned around and was fixing up others. You know how like you're at a fancy party and your mom like either like pulls down the back of your shirt to fix your shirt or something? He's done that to at least 2 of them.
I like it.
That's so sweet.
Give me just a second. I gotta undo my dongle. My headset's messing up. Sorry, guys.
Bingo?
It was gonna be.
Alright, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Let me make sure this is good.
Hey guys, I finally got bingo.
Roll a D100. And Rick, did you say you got one earlier?
If Beak was tripping.
Yeah, probably. Cumulative.
Okay.
Then yeah, I got one too.
Alright, go ahead and roll a D100 for me, both of you guys.
How the fuck do you do that?
Drag and drop,
double
it's the...
digit.
Yeah.
Oh, the double digit one?
Double digit zeros.
Whoa.
Okay. And I'll come back to that 3 and a 44. Alright, give me just a second.
You? That's so sweet.
It was a 3 and a 44.
Yes. It looks like he's about to pounce on something on my laptop, but I don't know what. Just stop it.
Okay, sending messages right now. Again, these are not in Fantasy Ground, so I will need to manually enter them.
You're good. Whoa.
Okay, so you guys both have that?
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Bingo!
He uttered in complete confusion. Read the description.
And then I will have these added into your inventory before we get together next week.
No worries.
Okay. So I have a question for you guys. We're in our last hour and we do have a hard cutoff tonight. Okay. There's going to be a couple things coming up. So what I'm wanting from you guys is if you have a preference on which order. Do we want some character lore stuff or do we want story lore stuff?
Character.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we should save story lore to when we're playing, like, we can immediately, like, act on it.
Okay. That's what I thought too, but I wanted to get your guys' inputs. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the bingo.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think what we'll do is, I mean, I like the idea of playing bingo because it's just fun to do. But I think when you win one item, we're going to leave it as is. Like, you'll just get the one. And we can look at maybe...
bragging rights.
Yeah. Yeah, that and the fun competition of it all. Yeah. Because like I said, I don't want to give you guys too much, but I also don't want to give you something that you guys are, because I'm the kind of person that if I have like a one-time use thing, I want to hoard it until like the most appropriate or opportune moment. So I don't want to give you guys something and be like, this is only good for 3 sessions, you know, because we're going to keep handing shit out. And then it's like that moment comes and, oh, it expired last week. So I think that limiting that, and then we can look at revisiting and, you know, making it a little more difficult or something. I don't know. We'll figure stuff out. Okay. So... is there anything else that you guys would like to do with your time prior to going to the feast?
I'm popping this.
Right now?
Nah.
Okay. Okay.
My brother's doing Eddie's before the feast.
Nap.
Whippets!
Rick's gonna be lit.
I look too good though to use that yet.
I think it's shape-shifting. Who's putting money down with me?
I got about 4 quarters. I'll put that in the pot.
But it could also be something that has to do with, like, invisibility.
Andy, you son of a bitch, point of inspiration.
What?
I had a feeling off the get-go, and I forgot and re-remembered, so I wanted to ask.
Yes.
Is it
I know my own backstory, damn it!
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
You smarty pants.
Yes. And with the art, I tried to change it enough that it would be like, is it? Could it be?
It made me question it, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be like an exact duplicate, you know?
Yeah, we'll probably post it in notes, or in the very least, we'll talk about it in chat, Jen, if you need to go.
I was gonna say, if you need to dip.
Yeah,
right,
it's,
yeah. Oh my god, you
no,
gotta be up
it's
in
all-
4 hours? Yeah.
Yeah, I have training tomorrow, so I kind of have to get up. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
fine, dude.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for showing up
working
late.
with us. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
I respected
Yeah.
my job any more than I do, I would be gone.
Yeah. So thank you for working with us for the later start time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
thank
good
you.
stuff.
And I'll fill you in, and we'll fill you in on the recap as well. Get some
Sounds good.
rest, and good luck with training tomorrow. Yes, it was fucking sick.
Thank you.
Outfit is
Good night,
pink.
guys.
Yeah. Good night.
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 Okay. Is there anything that with that information that you would want to do prior to the feast, Contagious?
That's what I want to do. Oh god, I need more time to think and I don't have it. At the very least, I want to come back a little bit before the feast starts, see what people are doing, and start a conversation about how we're approaching the feast.
Okay.
I can pull up those thingies again. Where are those notes? So I think we have 3 people of interest right off the bat, right?
There is.
We know Jonathan and Thrall want to have a conversation.
And then there is Moroska.
Moroska is Thrall.
Oh shit.
That's his last name.
Yes.
Yeah. So because Thrall received the letter.
No, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, from Arisi, and then wants to talk to Jonathan about it. So we know those 2 are going to meet up at some point. Arisi will be there.
That there are cult people around?
Nope. Getting there, but nope. I'm processing a lot right now. Hold on. Should have gone on a different mission.
And then
So-
there's Lady Arva.
Right, the one they want to...
Capture? Interrogate?
Wait. Is that
The
name
wording of that letter is very confusing.
It's unclear if I believe the prisoner and the noblewoman are 2 different people.
Hmm. But the way it's worded makes it seem like it's one.
How weird.
Attention is failing me.
So weird.
But I believe it's not. So, Contagious and Awen already kind of have a little plan to go around and try to mingle and find people. I think you and I, while doing that, should focus on trying to see if we can spot the Jonathan Thrall meetup.
That's a good idea.
And I think anyone else that isn't me should see if they can... Shut up, Denali. See if they can find Arisi and get any information on her. That would be 12.
And then also potentially Lady Sarva.
Yeah.
Would I have any potential reason to roll on Arisi? Because it just says your faithful queen or something to the liking.
So you're wanting to like see if you can roll to like see if you know the name or anything like that?
Yeah, I want to look at the note real quick.
Yeah, you can go ahead and give me a
You're
history.
beloved queen.
Yeah, you can absolutely give me a history check.
Pardon? If I can?
No, if they're not telling you that they're trying to remember.
Yeah, that's fair.
No. Not anyone that you or your family are familiar with or have connections to. Okay. As you guys get ready to set out to partake in the feast, and we're going to theater of the mind a lot of this for now. You guys hear a lot of voices. In total, there's going to be roughly 50 people here. 56 including you. Everybody is dressed very nicely, dressed to the nines. The Feathergale Knights still donning armor, but the armor they are wearing now is white, with the blue feather capes off of one shoulder, very similarly to Jen's style of garb for the evening, with the half off to the one side. Gold filigree around the edges and joints of the armor. women in beautiful gowns, updos, looking like perfection. A lot of conversation and laughing and just enjoyment. The fireplaces are aglow, and there's a warm, welcoming aura to the room. There's a lot of hushed oohs and ahs as you guys make your way. Contagious. Being aware of what you know now, you can't help but see and feel his eyes boring into you as you make your way around the room. Regardless of who you're talking to or what it is that you're doing, he is watching with a searing heat and intensity.
Can I take a moment right before we enter?
Mm-hmm.
Can we drag down and can you bring Awen?
Absolutely. Let
Well,
me pause my stream or do my drag down.
I also have something I would like to say real quick.
Okay.
Before they walk down, it's super quick. Before they walk down, Jay would have taken off. Like, it looks like it was a part of the original strand of metal just hangs from his neck, but when he pulls it off, it's got a tiny little emblem on it, and it looks like kind of like the Celtic knot. It's only got 3 lines, and he'll affix it onto one, like under the shoulder quadrant of Contagious's outfit. So like only part of it can be seen, but it's mostly hidden. You don't know anything about what I'm trying to do.
Give me a quick sleight of hand.
He'll do it. Very
Oh, just like
before they walk
openly?
in.
Okay.
He's not really gonna ask much questions right now.
If they get
every
inspo
time.
just because they get dragged down, can I get?
Looking like a double wide surprise.
Well, that was not. I mean, you guys are all maxed out anyway.
That's
Oh yeah.
My blanket on.
Okay. I love that it's the eggplant emoji with it. Okay.
As we know by Deadpool rules, careless whisper every time.
Every time. Every single time.
Wedding.
So what I'm going to do, just because we do have the hard cutoff, I'm not going to go into the description of the feast taking place. We're going to kind of streamline just a little bit. And then when we come back with everybody together next week, we'll set the tone again. So that way it flows a little bit better for you guys. But go ahead.
I was gonna ask if, well, I'm not sure what you're gonna do. So,
What's your question? Because I might be able to help fit that in.
I wanted to is this Thrall guy like one of the main dudes here?
That's the impression that's been given.
And can we see him as we're entering?
Yeah, he's in the sea of people.
Okay. Rick would like to pull him aside,
Okay.
and he'll kind of pull him aside a little bit, and he'll say, "Lord Moroska, if I may be so bold, might I offer my services not merely as a guest, but as the evening's entertainment? I have no steel to brandish, nor wings to fly, but I do carry melodies that never let go, rhythms that won't run around, and harmonies that never desert those who lend their ears. If your feast is one of splendor, allow me to match it in song, to lift spirits, stir hearts, and fill those hallowed halls with music that, like a good friend, never says goodbye."
Did you just rephrase your song? You son of a bitch.
Okay, I have to know. Do you have that written down?
What?
Do you have that written down? Or
Well,
did you just...
I prepared it before the session, yeah.
Fair enough, okay.
Yeah.
I needed to know if you were just spitting bars
No.
right off the top of your head. I'm like, god damn. Still impressive though.
Yeah, no, very, very solid. In fact, lose an inspiration so that you can have one. And you'll repeat that process when you actually perform next week. You're accustomed to, especially with people who have not seen your abilities and what it is that you're capable of, having to kind of persuade them and convince them to allow you to perform.
Thrall was there for the beautiful song while we were riding the hippogriffs.
That's
So it
very
might
true.
be a little less underestimated.
I don't know if I would have played it that loud, but yeah. It depends on the formation we took over.
Yeah.
And how fast we were flying.
Yeah.
But with almost no hesitation, and he's very, very stoic when you first approach him, looking kind of concerned, complimenting you, by the way, on how dapper you look. But with almost no hesitation, claps your shoulder and will tell you, absolutely, we would be honored. And I'm going to save your performance check for next session, and when we come back to the feast as a whole. During the evening, I'm assuming that Awen and Contagious are kind of sticking pretty close together, correct?
Yeah, I think they would have had their little huddle, 1, 2, 3, go team, and Awen would have just kind of linked his arms, walked out to wherever they're going.
I love it. Before the feast part of the feast, before the dining begins, this man will approach. Garb is on par with what the knights are wearing.
Garb was his name.
No. He will approach and give a bow to you, Awen, and tell you, you look quite beautiful this evening. and extend his hand. My name is Elle.
Pleasure to meet you, Awen.
The pleasure
I'll
is all
accept it.
mine. As he kisses the top of your hand. Looking to you, Contagious. My good sir, may I have a moment of your time? Just a word.
Is it urgent?
Yes. But I will make it quick so he can come back to your beauty and grace.
Probably nervous in social settings like this. She'll look to Contagious, and trying to gauge his reaction.
Contagious has not stopped locking eyes with this man. Anything you need to say to me, she may be present for, friend.
Well, I do not mind the company of someone as exquisite as Miss Awen here, he says, as he looks to you again, and his demeanor softens a bit. He's very, very tense when he's engaging with Contagious. Perhaps the solarium, where it's a little more quiet and private. I assure you, he says, as his eyes bore into yours. I intend you no harm right now.
Insight check, what the fuck?
Absolutely.
Oh, hey! A person just popped up on my screen. Get out of here. Wait, what did I... Oh, insight.
Insight.
What did I just say I was trying to do?
Insight?
Oh my god, I have not rolled above a 15.
It is
without inspiration.
definitely very tense. And no, not right now. To player message.
No, go ahead, continue.
He will begin to lead you down to the first floor to the solarium, and opening the doors. The windows here are half open, not enough to be pushed out, don't get worried. God damn it, Andy.
You got pushed out.
Bye.
Really? You think you can control the NPC?
Fucker, I hate Discord. Okay, sorry. I'm back.
Okay.
That would be terrifying.
That I was a little... Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. We're good.
The cool night air is crisp and refreshing as he leads you to the solarium. Save for some people that are in the kitchen and kind of making their way to and fro, with plates of food and pitchers of ale and wine and things to help the merriment of the evening, going up and down the stairs, back and forth from the kitchen to the great hall. The three of you are alone. You know, I used to imagine this moment, he says, as he walks over to one of the windows, leaning his arm against the wall and placing his head in the palm of his hand as he begins to run his finger on the glass.
A cool guy over here.
I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd scream or maybe cry. I imagined all the ways I would make you pay for what you did. For leading them to us. For being the reason that the blood of the people I loved was spilled. He chuckles a bit. But now, as he turns his head towards you, now I'm just disappointed. You left us while the walls burned, while children screamed for help. You ran.
Yeah.
The great protector, he says, as his words are laced with venom. Anger that has been festering for years. The one we were supposed to trust. He turns
if
to
they're
you.
Still linked, If they're still linked armed, Awen just does like a reassuring, like, squeeze to his arm or whatever. Oh god. What is rolling?
It's a good
Sorry,
question.
nothing for you guys.
Okay. He turns to face you and kind of props himself back against the wall now. Do you even remember them? Brother Merrick, who gave you your first lesson? Or Tola, who would stroke your hair and hum lullabies when your nightmares plagued your sleep? Yesenia? Oh, gods, Yesenia. Do you remember her screams? Or did the storm...
When he says Yesenia, I'm gonna drop Awen's arm and pull out my sword to him, point it at him.
Whoa! Whoa!
She died trying to protect you while you stood there and did nothing. He takes a step closer. Approaching and getting close enough that if you have your weapon pointed, it's now pressed against the armor of his midsection. Luro said you were scared, that you didn't understand what was happening, that your magic went wild and it wasn't your fault. He leans in closer and you can feel the resistance of his armor against the tip of your blade. I don't believe that. Leaning in, he whispers, I believe you chose to run. And I believe that they saw in you what the rest of us were too blind. The storm too wild to be trusted, but useful if shackled correctly. As he raises his hand and lowers your weapon. Do you resist?
If he gets close to the weapon, I cast Booming Blade.
Okay. He chuckles again. Taking...
I cut him off at this point.
Oh, I wanna... Me, the player, wants to intercept. I don't think Awen would. Oh, but I have words to say.
If I remember correctly, you were the one who told me to run. And as you can see, the storm is well under my control. So I would not be laughing in your position if I were you. I'm going to summon an Echo Clone to my right, also pointing a sword at him.
There's a flicker in his eyes. Amused. Almost impressed. I was saved by those who understood the truth while you fled. I was a child too. Scared. But I stayed. I helped pick up the pieces until they came and saved me. They saw my pain, my anger, and they gave it wings. And here you are, still pretending to be a hero, playing dress up in clothes that are not yours, with a name that does not belong to you. Do your friends even know?
Yes, we are well acquainted with Gideon, thank you.
He steps forward once more, slowly reaching up and placing a hand on your shoulder. I told you I meant you no harm tonight. And I meant that. I sort of...
I'm still deciding if the same is true on our end.
You feel the grip tighten ever so slightly. I serve something greater now, my friends. The wind is not big. It demands. And he leans in and whispers, and you are being called. At this moment, you would hear some trumpets from up above and voices echoing from above you. It appears that the feast is to begin. He starts to walk away.
Before you can start walking, I want to cast Gust and attempt to push him 5 feet back into the wall.
Okay. He needs to make a strength save, correct?
Strength save, yeah.
What's your DC?
DC would be... 13.
Okay. With a 16, he succeeds.
Hold on. Pause for a moment while I read something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I have to touch. Never mind. Continue.
Regardless of the effect, as I do that, I'm gonna grab Awen's shoulder, turn around, and leave.
As you do, he calls out. They came for you that night. Erisi remembers you. You are not forgotten, Gideon. You are wanted. As his laugh echoes through the chamber. By the way, your shard has been shinging this whole time.
I was gonna ask, but I figured I didn't really need to.
Yeah. And his laugh echoes in the solarium and fades into the sounds of the winds outside the open windows as you make your exit and ascend the stairs.
Y'all fucking me up. I was struggling to put that in the notes. I was...
That's a beak trippy.
Yeah, I was about to say it.
God, I love D&D.
Where's Gideon?
I don't know. Who's Gideon? I don't know.
The way I thought that I was going to drop that shit on all of you, and then he was like, nah, bitch, fuck you, and yanked it out for me, and then Awen, in front of the rest of you, was like, nah, bitch, fuck you.
Well, it wasn't in front of the rest of the party.
No, no, I mean above the table.
Oh, above the table. Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh my God. I know it's 10 minutes before the cutoff, but I think that's a really good place to tie things up with a neat little bow for the evening.
Oh crap, my parents are sleeping. People are sleeping. I'm in the living room.
Oh, I'm not okay.
How are you feeling there, Contagious?
Glad I have a week for the first time in D&D instead of sad about it.
I love how you were like, hey, person to avoid. And like the moment we got in there.
I figured it was either going to be the slow stalk or immediate, so yeah.
Yeah. It would have been a slow stalk, but he caught you catching him catching you.
Yeah. I look at him, and he looks at me.
And I look at him.
And he looks at me.
I'm watching the scene
And
invest
How we
and taking
feeling,
notes.
guys?
Andy, I am going to send you what I had typed up for this for your notes. Obviously, this is not word for word. I use my notes as more of a guideline that is susceptible to change contingent on interactions and stuff, but this is just like the outline that I was doing for that.
So much came out this session.
I know.
Next lore drop. Contagious isn't even blonde.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
He has an endless supply of vials of beauty.
Yes.
Obviously.
And then you got what I
Flawless
drop shared.
reflection.
You got what I drop shared with you prior to going down with him to the solarium, correct?
Mhm.
Contagious.
Did I?
I'll drop share one more time just in case. Did that pop up for you?
Oh shit, you know, it did, and I just pushed it to the side and forgot about it for a minute.
Okay. Just so that you have that in mind, because that is on your person right now.
Oh shit. Good to know. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. This is where we will wrap this session. For anyone who was watching or watches the replay, thank you so much for your support. Oh my god, the combat tracker is showing on my screen. Don't want you guys seeing all that. Don't worry about that. This group will be back next week at 9:30 Eastern. So have a good night. Bye.